Secretary Minister Li Hong-yuan. Well, Minister Li, now I understand that actually lately I've seen in the news that the ministry has been implementing a lot of policies regarding foreign brides. And it looks like you're really trying to do a lot of things to help these people who are should be a great asset to Taiwan. You said you've successfully implemented some policies and programs. Would you care to talk about those?
Yeah, I was before go into the detail, I can give you some numbers.
Okay.
Now the population of foreign brides is about 500,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And also, when I used to work in Taipei County, the percentage of the students with so-called new Taiwanese, that means their mother are foreigners.
Right.
The percentage is about 1/8.
Uh-huh.
But now it's 1/5.
Mm.
So according to this number, that about 1/10 of our children, their mother are so-called foreigners. And if you really look into their academic performance, actually their academic performance is somehow lower than the regular students. So they become a major crisis. So, and also those families, they have foreign brides. Usually their economic situation is not very good, not that good. And then the children, they do not behave that well in the school, and they do not respect their mother. Their mother cannot speak a good Taiwanese or Mandarin. Then they become the major crisis of our society.
Yes.
So when I used to work for Taipei County, I realized this is a crisis. So, but at that time, government do not have any budget for this. So the very first $10 million is I do the fundraising. One of my friends, who is generous enough, give me $10 million NT. So using this 10 million, I have established, we call it New Taiwanese focus. I would say New Taiwanese school.
Yes.
And in that school we have a program this special program, we try to help these children, they can catch up academically. They can catch up. And also we have to teach the teacher, because teachers do not necessarily know how to teach the children with different cultural background.
Sure.
You have to teach the classmates. You cannot treat badly to your classmate just because his color is different or he's somehow is different.
Right.
We have to teach the whole society. And then this program in the evening time is become a mega program. We have to invite those foreign brides. They can come to this program, and then they can learn Chinese, Taiwanese. They try to get into this society. And also through the family visit, we can find out that they either have a medical care problem, they might have some family violence problem, they have immigration problem, they have all kinds of problems. Labor, they cannot find the jobs. So through this network, we find them and try to solve their problem. So even in the Taipei County, I have a special government unit is taking care of these things. So in that experience, we have some very encouraging numbers. For example, in one of the elementary school in Wanli, in the remote coastal area, now in that school, the top 10% students are all children of this background.
Oh.
That means if you give them proper guidance, give them some help, they can be even better. And also, I try to, in several schools, I try to have a special program that they have a program can teach Indonesian, Vietnamese, Thai. So I encourage those kids to learn their mother's native language.
Awesome.
Or even the regular students, they want to learn Indonesian or Thai, they have opportunity.
Right.
So my idea is, although it's become our handicap, but if we play smart, in 10 years, if we have about 500,000 our citizens can speak very good languages from Southeast Asia, I think
Yes.
there will be the advantage of Taiwan.
Yes, that is true. How long has this program been going on?
5 years already.
All right.
So it become, I would say, successful.
Yes.
And then when I become a Minister of Interior,
Yes.
actually this is part of my jurisdiction. So we have a fund, we call the Foreign Bride Fund. In the past is you submit your proposal. If a good proposal, I can give you fund, but it's only project by project. So starting last month,
Yes.
I told them that, no, I don't want to do that. So I tried to do some analysis. So every school, elementary school or middle school, if they have a student population over 100, or about 1/10 of the percentage of the student population has this background,
Yes.
we call it New Taiwanese. This is my priority school.
Okay.
Totally, this kind of school is totally about 1,900. But every school, according to my experiences, the annual budget is about 600,000 NT. Actually, it's a huge budget. So I cannot afford to have those 1,900 schools fulfill this
Okay.
program at the same time. But starting from next semester, that means September
Yes.
of this year, we totally in Taiwan, we are going to have 300, including those 200 in New Taipei City, totally 500.
Yes.
We call it New Taiwanese School.
Schools.
And that schools, they will all have this program. We have all the curriculum developed. We have whole the package. And my former colleague, those teachers and principals of the elementary school, they become the coach. So they will coach all their colleagues all over
Yes.
Taiwan.
All
So
right.
hopefully, not hopefully, we have to have 500 this kind of school beginning in September.
All right.
And then my job is I will make it become a policy. I
Okay.
will talk to Minister of Education, talk to Minister of Labor Affairs, so we can join force together, put our very limited resources, and then we can come up with a solid package. So hopefully we can, in 2 or 3 years, we have enough funding for that, and also become our priority of our government policies.
Well, that is great. Well, Minister Lee, have you learned any one of those Southeast Asian languages? Or starting
Unfortunately,
You don't have the
but
time.
I cannot. Yeah.
Okay. Now, well, we just had the recent, government price hikes of electricity and oil.
Yeah.
And I believe it was just yesterday when Labor Minister Wang Ruxun was
Yeah.
saying that the minimum wage would be adjusted to be more than the price hike.
Yeah.
Do you think this is going to work?
Well, I would say yes, we have to increase our electricity and oil price. There's nothing we can do because
Yes.
we are short of energy, we are short of oil. And also, everybody, the whole international society is doing that. If we keep this low electricity and oil, that means our carbon footprint will be very high.
Yes.
According to this carbon footprint, Taiwan will be, I would say, punished, or they will be taxed. In year 2025, the total tax for carbon tax will be 350 billion NT. That means that our industry of our trading will be in big trouble 15 years from now.
Okay.
So something we have to facing.
Sure.
But of course, how we are going to take care of all those regular citizens. So we have to come up with, we call it in Chinese, 差别汇率. We have to calculate what is the rational
Yes.
rational
Difference.
amount of water or electricity you can spend monthly. Then in this quota, you will be guaranteed the current price. But above that, then you have to be charged more expensive prices. But then,
Yes.
my idea, of course, is this. I'm not a minister of economic affairs, but I have already raised a suggestion that we have to done a policy so-called cleaner production. That means our industry sectors, they have to somehow struggle through high electricity and oil bill. What should I do? We should have a group of people to teach those guys how to make their factory more efficient. And then, if they want to make the efficiency of their factory, they need money. So somebody or the bank has to give them loan using their product as guarantee. So if we keep doing that, come up with a solid program, I would say in 5 years, the factory can even make more money because their efficiency increase.
Okay.
And our carbon footprint will lower, and everybody will be very happy. This is called cleaner production.
Okay.
So I can give you an example. In the 70s, when Dutch government, they also ask their factory has to save energy to recycle their water. At that time, within a couple of years, their product or their revenue increased triple.
Oh.
That means this look like is a crisis. Everybody's facing the high price. But what I would say this is we can turn it into a good opportunity if we have all the package ready.
All right.
So I have already give a suggestion to the Prime Minister yesterday. Then I told him that I have a whole package. If he give me 1 hour, I can give him a very comprehensive presentation.
And I'm sure you can. I'm sure
because
you can.
I've been doing that since 2003 in the Netherlands. And also I'm promoting that in Beijing. So I know how to do that.
All right. Now, years ago, you were saying that actually the water fee in Taiwan is considered one of the lowest in the world.
Yes.
Now, do you still think the same?
Yeah.
And are you going to be, or the government is going to be raising the water fee eventually?
I don't say nobody was stupid enough to talk about that at this moment. Okay. But yes, we have to do that because the rational, the water price per ton,
yes,
rational is 30 NT. But in Taipei, $7. In Taiwan,
yes, it's
$10. It's low. It's pretty low. Because it's low, so our pipes are leaking. The factory, they do not recycle their water. So we are wasting a lot of water. And then, if we cannot raise the water price, and then our factory cannot be upgraded. So something we have to deal with it.
All right.
Yeah.
And just a couple of days ago, I think you were suggesting, since we've got this low birth rate,
yes,
and there are some schools that are being closed down because there's not enough children,
yes,
and how you're suggesting to turn those into social housing units. Now, that's a very interesting idea. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, because those schools, we have so many elementary schools and middle high schools. And that number are based on the number of 50s or 60s when I was a child. And now the children, only about 1/4 of the children, the birth rate is so low. For example, in one of the elementary school, we call it Laosong Guoxiao.
Yes.
When I was in the elementary school, that's the largest elementary school in the world. They have 20,000 students.
Yes.
Now they have only 300. That means we are facing that in some of the Taipei area or New Taipei area. Simply, we do not have that many children, so we have to consider merging the schools. But then the campus, if we merge, then we have some campus available. And that campus, easily we can, through smart architect, we can turn those campus into social housing. Of course, you can also turn that into a beautiful park. So we are working on that. I'm talking to the several different ministers. So hopefully we can come up with a policy.
All right. So you're getting a lot of voices that support you about this idea?
Yeah, but something we have to face them, because if the campus do not have that many students, then means that you have to use a lot of budget to maintain the campus. And also, if they do not have that many students, then actually the security is also the major concern. So I try to make our campus or government building become more efficient.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Minister Lee, I hope that there was more time that we can talk more about your ideas and
Yes.
Policies. But I've really learned a lot from you, and thank you so much for sharing. And thank you for your expertise. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you.
And thank you for watching, people. I'm Shirley Lin.